Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Hello and welcome to another episode of What's on Tap podcast.
Yay!
Yay! Everyone's super happy.
They are, because
Best part of the week is to get a new episode.
every Thursday you're kind of like, oh my god, I can't wait for this new episode. It's Thursday.
Yay!
Set you up for the weekend. What am I going to drink? What am I going to look out for? What should I be jealous of that I can't get? So, yeah, we've got all that for you right here.
No, but we try not to just drink beers that people will get jealous by.
We always try to drink beers that people will be jealous of.
But one of our beers is from Systembolaget.
It is. That doesn't mean anything.
That levels the playing field, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
But I think we're not going to start with the Systembolaget beer. So
But all of our international listeners can't get Systembolaget beers.
Oh man, that's so sad.
I know.
That's so true.
It is very true. All right, so which one do you want to start with?
Now I don't know. Let's start with the IPA.
Okay, so we'll start with the IPA. And what we have is from Mast Landing Brewing Company out of, what are they, Michigan? Maine. Oh,
Maine.
Westbrook, Maine. And this came in as part of the kiosk monthly box subscription.
Nice.
Which really excites me because I was about to order it online and then it was part of the box subscription. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll do that now. That's a real boon for me. And there's nothing on the label that tells you anything about the beer.
But it's a double dry hop double IPA, I think.
Maybe. Oh, here it is. The ABV is 8%, and it is a double IPA called Shake Up Your Bones. Shake up your bones, Martin.
I'm scared to shake up my bones.
Shake up your bones, son. Be good for you.
So it's made with Nelson, Citra, and Simcoe.
Okay, well that's good. And I like their little 3D kind of artwork on the front. If it had the 3D glasses with the red and the blue, I'd really have something here. I'd be like, whoa, it's like they're coming to life and dancing for me. Amazing.
It's really thick, multivitamin juice.
This
looking.
is a thick, hazy
IPA. Smells nice. A little bit sweet.
Yeah, a lot of tropical fruits.
Yes. I want to try it.
I know. Let's dig into this.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is your modern definition of a hazy IPA, of a New England IPA.
Very tropical.
Yeah.
Very sweet. I have a friend and former colleague that doesn't like New England IPAs. And the criticism he has is that they all taste like liver paste. Like Swedish liver paste. You know the thing you have on sandwiches and stuff?
Yeah. That's a really weird
description. He's never been able to describe it better than that.
Yeah.
But for him, it's a real problem because
maybe had Swedish liver paste recently to be able to be like, hey, you know what? Maybe he's got something there.
If I've it wasn't that long ago since I had it. It's quite a regular.
Well, I guess Easter has been recently, so you probably had it.
No.
Oh, because of Corona, you weren't able to.
No.
So maybe Christmas might have been.
But during these kind of Easter and Christmas, I don't eat this liver paste. It's much more of a regular routine daily thing.
I don't see Swedes eating. All right, that's not true. Of a certain age bracket, I don't see a lot of Swedes eating liver paste on the daily. It's mostly like one of those things you have on the three major holidays of the year.
Yeah, but then it's more like a pate.
Yeah, I mean, really, what's the difference between a pate and liver paste?
The thing we're talking about is
the way you pronounce it.
No, the thing we're talking about is much closer to a sandwich spread than it is a food item.
Pate is kind of like a sandwich spread, man.
One would have pate on. Oh, maybe they would. Never mind.
I mean, but I mean, really, the difference between liver paste and pate is, as far as I can tell, the pronunciation. There's really no difference between. It's just another way. It's like there's a thing called Brunswanger, which is a German liver cheese.
Okay.
Which is also a form of liver paste. Which is also kind of a form of pate.
I really like this. I'm not getting liver paste from it, but I am. It's really tropical.
Yeah. Let's pause for 1 second. I need to check something. Okay, we're back. Not that you would notice that there was anything that happened, but
mystery happened. Technical mystery happened behind the curtains.
Yeah, we thought there may have been a problem with the recording, but turns out it was okay as far as you know.
Yeah. Don't look behind the curtain.
No.
The Wizard of Oz is not that exciting to look at.
There's nothing there to see.
But like we said, super tropical, surprisingly sweet. Mm-hmm. Like all New England IPAs are.
Yeah, I would say this is very, very much a New England IPA. By the book kind of New England IPA.
I'm really digging it.
Me too. Do you want to...
Somewhere in the 425 range.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because it's like really between like a 375 and 425, which is like a huge gap. Because part of it is, it's really tasty, but the other side is kind of like, I've had this beer 100 times already, it feels like, and I don't feel like it's really bringing anything new to... It's not as interesting as other versions of this beer style I've had, and it's not as... I don't know.
I might be more immune to what you're saying, like, oh, I've had this before. Yes, we've tried this exact beer from other breweries before.
I'm just saying, if you had like 3 New England IPAs in a row, I don't think you would remember this down the road. This isn't for me. This isn't a beer that you're going to be like, oh yeah, I mean that's something I really want to try again, or I really remember having that Mast Landing shake up your bones.
Yeah, maybe if we had it next to other double IPAs, it would suffer from the comparison. But I'm digging down on my 4.25.
And I think I'm going to go with the 375 actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a good beer. It's a really good beer. I really like it, and I'm super glad I tried it. But the problem is, it's okay. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's nothing that I'm going to seek out again. If I went to a bar and I saw this on the menu, I'd be like, I can have another one of those. It's not going to kill me. If there was other stuff that I wasn't wanting to try or get excited about, but
problem is here in Sweden, if this was on the menu, it would be too expensive. You would not want it for the price you would have to pay.
That's the other thing. Yeah. I wouldn't definitely want it with the price. But I think it's a good beer.
A little citrusy, lemony aftertaste. I'm kind of digging that.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a break.
And after the break, we have a really exciting, mysterious thing.
Yes.
So stay tuned. And we're back.
All right.
Hooray! I know you've all been waiting.
I'm very excited about this beer because I've seen this on Systembolagets website for I saw it for weeks before it was released. And I was just like, what is this beer? Is this called S? It's coming from a
Slovakian
brewery. So I'm like, and it's like 140 crowns or something. So I'm kind of like, is this like some sort of weird, and it's in a 750 milliliter bottle. Is this some sort of weird special edition like Hefeweizen or Pilsner or something?
Exactly.
Like what is coming out? Because there was literally no information about it. It wasn't on Untappd, and you couldn't find it anywhere. But now it's here.
And then when it finally arrived, we realized that it's marketed as a lambic style Gös even, which is impossible from Slovakia. but lambic style,
they're getting all of the types in there.
Yeah. So the full name is Pivovar Shenk S, and it's the S 2019. And when it came out on Systembolaget, it had 1 rating in the entire world, which is quite...
it's quite amazing.
Yeah.
It's imported through Wine Waves.
I've never heard of them.
It comes in at a 5.3% alcohol ABV.
It looks very beautiful. It has a slight haze. I've seen many Belgian lambics that look exactly like this.
Yeah. It looks spot on. I mean, there's this great little champagne-like bubbles coming up through it, so it looks very much like kind of like a champagne almost.
Yeah. Nose has a little bit of funk, a little bit of citrus.
Yeah, a little bit of that green apple kind of.
A little bit of green apples. You know, I take my lambic smelling very seriously.
Yes.
That's not a joke, actually.
You do take it very serious.
I am full of expectation for this one.
Yeah.
When I opened the bottle, it had a nice poof, which is
always good.
And then some like gunpowder smoke comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So up until now, and I haven't tasted it yet, it has fulfilled all of the check boxes.
Mm-hmm. We fill these glasses pretty much to the top. Yeah. Put your nose in there. You can feel the little bubbles popping into on your nose. It's kind of nice.
It has everything going for it. So let's dig in and actually try it.
Cheers.
So, to full disclosure, earlier today I shared a Driefonteinen bottle with Stefan. These are very different. This one is much more acidic compared to a Driefonteinen Woodguss, and a little bit more towards bile.
I mean, much more of a minerally flavor.
Very minerally, yes.
And aftertaste, you said this is a goes something.
It's
like
I don't think
goes a mixture or something.
It goes.
I get a saltiness in the aftertaste, especially that first sip. I was like, that's like almost seawater kind of salty.
Yep. I could totally agree.
Wow, this is weird.
In the middle of the flavor, the initial flavor is quite spritzy. The aftertaste has something going for it, but in the middle there's something I really don't like. And
I think that's where this really abrasive mineraliness comes in.
Yeah,
it's like really, it's really aggressive in that kind of, not like kind of irony. I'm not really sure how to describe mineraliness, but it's like definitely in this beer.
Yes,
it's like if you had water that's been filtered out of through like sandstone or something.
Ooh.
Well, this is actually a pretty common way to get clean water. Is
it
filters out all the part, but it also gives it this kind of mineral type flavor to it.
I'm gonna do
what? This
is my third Slovakian beer ever.
Oh well, I mean,
Slovakia is not the biggest beer country.
It's not a big country to begin with. Slovakia is pretty small. And I'm sure their exporting is not huge.
And the two beers I've had were done by Slovakia's Heineken.
Yep.
Like not their version of it. Heineken Slovakia.
Yep.
but so this one is better than the other Slovakian beers I've had.
That's not a high bar to clear.
No.
Because those are pretty generic pilsners.
Now that we have the flavor on our palates, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, this one's not...
I think I wanted either better or different.
Like, there is this weird kind of salty finish to it. I'm not quite sure what to think.
A lot of lemon together with that mineralness you're talking about. But I'm not getting so the green apples we tasted in the aftertaste, they're nearly non-existent in the flavor.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a lot of funk or barnyard or hay or horse.
You get a little bit in the smell, but when it comes to the flavor, it's completely not there.
The flavor, the aroma and the flavor are actually very disjointed. They don't go together.
Yeah. There's definitely something going on I can't quite figure out.
This is a weird one. I'm gonna have to go with a 3.5. I might be. I don't. I get the feeling internally that towards myself, I'm being kind to this beer because I want to like it.
Yeah, Okay, the same. I kind of feel like I want to like it.
Yeah.
But yet it's not giving me any reason to like it. But again, at the same time, it's not horrible. It's just it's just different. Yeah. And you can definitely tell this is somebody that likes the style and they're trying to do it. And you know, it's always interesting when you get a new lambic producer, you know, in the marketplace. And I mean, this is not great, but I don't hate it either.
So to be fair, the bottle doesn't anywhere say lambic. Lambic is a style that was put on it either.
No, it says spontaneous.
Yes, it was the lambic label was put on it either by Systembolaget or by beeriser.se, where I might have seen it. But they take theirs. Might be on.
They came off of Systembolaget.
It might be on Untapped lambic. That labeling is doing it no good. It should be a sour ale. I would give it a higher rating.
Well, actually, it's spontaneous ale is basically lambics that aren't made in Belgium at this point. So like American Wild Ale, spontaneous Wild Ale, those are all lambic style, but they can't be called lambics because they're not made in.
Yeah, to be
in
fair,
the region.
To be fair, so there is no real law against it. There's no American producers can totally call everything lambic, and
I thought it was a EU protected markation.
Gus is, but it has nothing to do with region. It has to do with production style. They failed. Whoever were lobbied to get Gus this stamp, they made it. They managed to get it production method protected, but not region protected.
Okay.
Like champagne actually has the region protection and a method protection. But that's a rabbit hole. But what I mean is, so American wild ales, they're marketed as wild ales and they're categorized as wild ales. They're similar to lambic, but they're their own style and they're amazing. And they taste different from Belgian lambics.
Well, they do taste it because you can't do... I mean, so, okay, with global warming and everything, it's getting to where you almost can't do Belgian lambics in Belgium anymore. Because the weather doesn't get cold enough for long enough periods of time to do what it is they need to do. So even Cantillon, a few years ago, said we may have to move to Sweden to start brewing because we don't have the climate here to be able to do it.
No.
So, I mean, if you're in Texas and you're, what's the brewery out of Austin?
Gesture King.
You're Gesture King, right? They're doing American Wild Ales.
Yes.
With their Spawn series.
Yes.
Which are meant to be Gus and lambics, but made in America.
Yes.
But they're not. But they can't call themselves that because it's either out of European demarcation or because of the.
I actually think it's out of respect.
Out of respect, that's the other thing. That was my other part. Yeah.
But it's not just respect. It's sound marketing. Marketing it as a American Wild Ale, puts it in that category, and puts it at the top of that category.
Yeah, but
which is great.
But if I'm buying a sparkling wine, that doesn't sound nearly as interesting as Prosecco or Cava or Champagne.
Fair enough. But what I'm really trying to say, I'm not trying to say that Belgian lambic is the best period, and that's the end of the story. I'm saying
you are.
I feel that's my opinion, but that's not what I'm saying in this particular discussion.
Okay.
We wouldn't market this double IPA as an oatmeal stout because it's not.
No. It
tastes very different, but then someone will say, but it has malt, hops, yeast, and water. But it's just not.
Yeah.
They're good for different reasons, and that's what I feel with this beer. This is not someone somewhere has mislabeled this beer. It might be on Untapped.
It's called Spontan.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what
Shenk is the brewery.
Oh, Shenk. All right. So there's the label's messed up.
Strekov, I think, is the city.
Spontan?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Spontaneous, that one's kind of a...
Yeah, but I'm looking at the last word, spolu. I don't know what that is.
If only there was some way to translate these things.
Oh, but there isn't. We need to have a Slovakian guy.
So it's unfiltered and unpasteurized. It's a spontaneous style beer. I'm actually surprised at how many beer words I recognize around.
So there's a Slovakian political party called Spolu.
All right.
It might actually mean together.
Could be. But here's what's interesting: is there's only 1,150 of these bottles made.
That's pretty cool.
And we have number 1031.
Yeah, it does mean together.
All right.
Spolu.
Yeah, why not?
I'm sticking to my 3.5.
I'm gonna go 3.25.
Yeah, I get it.
Why is there a 2 on here?
There's so many mysteries.
I know.
So many mysteries.
Maybe this is the second version of this.
Maybe.
All right, doesn't matter. Okay. So you can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube. We are Pod Syndicate, and wherever you can find fine quality podcast online.
Maybe not in Slovakia. We don't know.
You can find us in Slovakia. We have listeners there.
Nice.
Yeah.
They will be so disappointed that we've trashed their country.
We haven't trashed their country. We have lauded their country, and we've, I think, given a very fair assessment of this beer today. Every
Slovakian listener needs to write angry emails to Stefan.
No, they don't. Trust me. So until next time.
Keep drinking, you dum-dum.
This podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.